Black Western women are engaged in a struggle that is not of their own making. They are unaware of its origins, and many have unknowingly participated in the destruction and disintegration of their culture. Women in every society serve as the transmitters of culture, and when the culture is under attack, it mirrors the battle taking place at the psychic level. The removal of black men from the home was not enough to destroy black culture. Today's subtle attack on the black female signifies that the culture is under a military-style attack and will most likely not survive the 21st century. At least not fully functional, which is already visible throughout the social media platforms. The gender war has its origins in the struggle between white men and white women. Black women were deceived into believing they were at war against their men, which has never been the case anywhere in the Western world. Only elite white Western women experienced life as kept women and were not allowed to live as autonomous beings. This has never been the case for black women anywhere, but somehow they have involved themselves in a struggle between white men and kept white women, which has always been a central feature of white culture. The elite white Western woman began to fight back in the 1960s and 70s. They not only wanted their freedom from patriarchy, but more importantly, they wanted to be desired by white men. For example, the white English woman was pedestalized but not sexually desired by white men. She was looked at, but never wanted or ravished as other men desired the women in their cultures. The white female wanted their freedom and engaged in a ferocious battle in the 1960s to free themselves from the chains that imprisoned their femininity. Unfortunately, black women mistakenly entered the gender war without knowing its history. They were always desired and free to experience their femininity. They were never kept or pedestalized. Certainly, they were never owned by black men, but operated as free autonomous beings. This was not the case for white women. However, black women involved themselves in the white feminist movement without knowing the main causes of the struggle. Unfortunately, they remain engaged in a battle that is not their own. Western black females have never been kept by black men or allowed to become pedestalized by them. The black man has never owned black women because in the Western world she has always been the property of elite white men. So, why is she now fighting to free herself from black men who are incapable of possessing power over them? After all, the modern world is governed and controlled by unethical white men who are hostile to the very existence of black life. For instance, Leonardo DiCaprio's current movie, One Battle After Another, is the clearest depiction of the true relationship white men have over black women. They own them now, much like they controlled the lives of their ancestors. While the white man never sexually desired the white woman, the black female gaze has always captured their attention, which is clearly displayed throughout the movie. The white feminist movement has never been about the liberation of black women. In part, they wanted to be desired by their husbands much like he lusted after the black woman's enslaved ancestors. This did not happen, and so she settled for the next best thing and took on the masculine characteristics of a man, which was the very thing she supposedly was warring against. The oppressed become the oppressor. The gender war taking place in the black community is a form of psychological warfare. It was implanted into the black female psyche by the white elite, but she is unaware of its existence. She unconsciously carries out their orders much like a Manchurian soldier under hypnosis. So, the gender war taking place in the black community is perpetrated by hostile forces arrayed against the community. The white feminist movement was used to divide the black community, and it is partly responsible for the disintegration of black culture. Patriarchy forced the white woman into a particular gender role, and they rightfully fought to free themselves from its confinements. Whereas, the black woman has never been confined by black men because he was never allowed by the white power structure to control his family. The black male and female have always been under the control of the white male. Black masculinity is a myth. The black man has not been allowed to openly explore his full masculinity because the white male has always feared him. On the other hand, the white male has always had a unique relationship with black women, but the black female politicians who they brought to power are beginning to lose their special status they once had with their white male overlords.